Hello, my sweet creative friends. How are you? Meg's here. Okay, I hope I fixed that lighting okay. How's everyone doing? So I wanted to come on and show you guys a product that I had never heard of until a couple days ago. Snagged it up on sale for, it was like $13. The price has gone up like $10 on it now, but oh my gosh, I was so excited about this, especially since I'm super into art journaling right now. These are the Charvin or Charvin. I want to say Charvin because it just sounds good. Charvin Paris water-soluble pastel painting sticks. They're pure pigments, light, fast pastel painting sticks for wet and dry painting. That was super exciting. These are so great, you guys. On the back, it shows all the colors. Look at those colors and how light fast they are. That is awesome. They're packaged beautifully. These are sold on Amazon. Sorry, I went blank for a second. I got these from Amazon, but they're sold from Jerry's. I think that's where they come from. I went on Jerry's and they were like $13, and I went to purchase it, and I was like, wait a minute, shipping's like $8, right? So let me go on Amazon and see if they have it. And sure enough, they had a few that said that they had a couple more in stock. It was still sold by Jerry's, but it was a little bit cheaper. It was on sale, and also you get the free shipping. I know they factor the shipping in on Amazon, but not as much as it was if I were purchasing it straight from Jerry's. So I ended up getting it for under $20. I think it was like $16 altogether, or $17. And then I purchased it, and then the day after, it already went back up to almost $25. So I still think that's worth it, because there are 48 sticks in here. Am I right about that? It doesn't even have that. Let's see. Yep, 48. So 8 times 6. So there's 48 sticks in here. And let me just jump right in here. It's packaged beautifully in this box. It's really nice. And then we have the cover that was on top. I think there was something else in here. I might have took it out. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm crazy. But look at them. Now, I already used them. In case you didn't, you can. Yeah, they're all over the place. There was a couple broken ones. I'm okay with that because I break mine in half anyways. But look at them. And they are chalk pastels. Okay? So I've only seen, like before this, the pastels that are oil pastels, which I have a ton of chalk pastels. I also have a ton of oil pastels, and I have water-soluble oil pastels, but I do not have any water-soluble chalk pastels. That was a mouthful, wasn't it? And that's what these are. And they are vibrant, and they are beautiful, and you can use water with them, and they leave the most cool, like beautiful texture. So I can't wait to show these to you. I know I'm geeking out over here, but look at the size of this stick, you guys. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with the pricing on chalk pastels. It varies from student grade to professional, but I will tell you, after using these and going to my, my Prismacolor ones, I meant to grab one and I didn't. Should I? I'll probably do a video after this. Well, you know what? Let me just grab another chalk pastel to compare it. I hope you guys don't mind. I have to walk away because I don't edit. So please just bear with me or fast forward, whatever. I'll be right back. Whoa. Okay, sorry guys. I'm so silly. They were right next to me. I was like, I thought I grabbed them. Okay, so this was just, all my stuff was shoved in this bag because I took it outside the other day when it was nice out. So, yeah, so these are one of my favorites to use. And these are the Prismacolor New Pastels. And I have, I've had these for years and years. I purchased these open stock. Sorry, my mouth was turned away. I would purchase a couple every time I went to the art store at Blick's or whatever, or purchased a couple online when they were on sale. And just like one at a time, two at a time. And a set of 48 of these, I think it's around $60, okay? And as I drop it, a set of these, you know, for under 20 bucks for 48, you get it looks smaller, but look, these are skinnier. So they're probably around the same like weight, I would say, you know? And also the pigments are bold and beautiful. So we can compare, this color is almost the same as that color, not 100%, this is more blue. But we can do a comparison, but you know, these new pastels are, you can only use them dry. So you have the option to use these wet. That's amazing. So let's just play a little bit. I'm going to show you what they look like. I already swatched them out on white paper. It's not beautiful because that wasn't what I was going to show you. I was going to swatch them out with you, but I think I'm just going to show you this because I want to show you a couple more things. So, let's lift this up. Oh man, I haven't videoed in a while. Let's lift this up, guys. And so right underneath these is a whole other stack. And there was a little sheet of paper. It's actually over here. Like a paper that went on top. I'm messy. I was in a hurry after I tried them out and I just shoved them in. So it's a little dusty, but that's okay. That's what happens when you have pastels. I will be leaving these in this for sure. This is a perfect place for them. They will stay protected as much as possible, and I love the color order that they're in. This is the color order pretty much that I put my watercolors in. I do my whites, beige, yellows, purples, pinks, purples. I go into, yeah, it's almost the same. I switch up a couple things, but it's a good color order for these, I think, if that's important to you. So this is what it looks like. Aren't they beautiful? I'm so excited. Okay, so I thought we'd try them on different kinds of paper. So this is them on Canson Montreal watercolor paper, and I'll show you the paper. Okay, just grab this paper. Is that pretty, you guys? I was really into art journaling the other day, just messing around. Let me show you the... I showed my husband, he goes, oh, uh-huh. I'm like, you just don't get me. Anyways, Montreal watercolor paper by Canson. This is the 5.5 by 8.5, 140-pound paper. And it's cold press watercolor paper. I think it's great for just messing about, you know, especially for art journaling. For different mediums. So... as you can tell, I use water on this, and it does buckle and all of that. So, you know, I didn't tape it down or anything, but I'm not concerned about that kind of stuff. You just have to do your own experiments on different papers. They do make pastel paper, but since you're using water on them, I think watercolor paper is great. I didn't try it on gesso yet, but I can only imagine that would make it better. And I think this is pretty darn good. So this is a messy swatch because I just did it really quick. I wasn't, like I said, wasn't going to show you guys this. But here it is. Do you see the texture? It looks like watercolors that have, why can't I think of the word? You know, they have the texture in them. I can't think of the word, I'm sorry. But it's so cool how they dry like that. With the cracks and when, let me see, and there's minimal dust after it dries. I don't even have any on my hands right now from doing that, but I mean, if I rub hard enough, I do, but it's not dusty after it dries. It is quite dusty as you're rubbing it on. Well, I'll show you that in a moment. But yes, so aren't those beautiful? That's after the water has activated them. So that's on white paper, but I also have this mixed media toned tanned paper, and so let's see what it looks like on here. I don't know if there's a glare, so I was trying to cover that right there. I should have put my other substrate down, and I did not. I'm sorry, but it's a little late for that now. So let's just get out some colors and see how it looks. Of course, I'm going to go for the really super pretty colors here. Now, there was a lot of dust when I rubbed it on. I'll show you. Oh, see, I broke it immediately. I pushed way too hard, so you have to be careful. If you don't want to break these, I usually break mine in half right from the get. That's just how I am. So that doesn't bother me at all, but you have to be careful. If you don't want them broken, you have to like show them some, you know, finesse them a little bit. But so you can use them, ooh, that noise, flat like this. And you can just keep them dry in your art. Or you can use them like this, holding it like a pencil, make marks. Look at that color on that paper. Oh, love it. I love these, you guys. Straight up love them. Oh my gosh, I'm breaking all of them. I'm just going to go ahead and break mine in half from the get because I am heavy-handed. Very heavy-handed. Look at that color. I can't believe how beautiful these are for the price. But see all the dust? I will show you. I did see in other videos when I purchased them and I was waiting for them. I went and looked up some videos and everybody I watched was like, oh, there's not any dust, or not a lot of dust. And I'm seeing a lot of dust, and I did on the white paper as well. But for me, I don't know why you would use a chalk pastel and say there better not be any dust on this. I don't love it. It kind of drives me nuts, but if there's too much in the paper, I have to keep getting rid of it. But, and it does make a mess. You don't want to just blow it in the air because it does pile up on stuff. Keep your garbage pail next to you, dump it in there, whatever. That's what I do. But I mean, what do you expect? It's a chalk, literally. I mean, how can you use a chalk and not have dust? I don't get that. But, so I was confused when I saw those videos of people like, there's no dust. I'm like, So I did expect there to be dust, but look, I just blew it off into the garbage and it's fine. And so when you use stuff like this, we'll water activate it. And for me, I'm not going to use my fancy watercolor brushes on this. I'll use like, whatever, just a student grade, whatever. And I got some water here. Let's just see. And this is not watercolor paper, so I don't expect it to hold up, wonderfully. But I wanted to see what it looks like on this tone tan paper by Strathmore. Did I show you guys that? Oh my goodness. Here. This is the tone tanned Strathmore mixed media paper with the vellum surface. Let's see. Mixed media paper, vellum surface. Is this the real thick one or not? Because I do have the thick one too. I have to go check. We can check that one as well. Yeah, this is the thicker one. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So I can imagine, yeah, on this paper, because of the color of the paper, once you wet it, it's not going to be as vibrant. Yeah. So I would keep it dry on this type of paper myself. It's still nice, but you lose the color once you wet these on here. But on white paper, they're much more vibrant. I mean, this one's vibrant. Maybe it's just certain colors. Wow, that actually does look beautiful. And then you mix those, you're going to get a purple. They mix together beautifully too. You can watercolor with them. I do want to say that. And I'll show you that in a second. Look at that. That is amazing. Why I'm like easily impressed, or these really are amazing. I don't know. I think they're great. See how it's mixing the pink and the turquoise and making that beautiful purple color? Ooh. Ah. Lovely. So let's try, let me see, what else did I want to show you? Let me get a white piece of paper because you can see it better. We'll go back to the white. I'm just going to grab a sheet out of, this is what was closest to me, Canson XL. I think this is mixed media. So, let's see. My goodness. You can tell what kind of book this is. Look, it's just like my tester book. Alright, let's get back in. I do love this tone tan paper though. Let's just in case you guys are wondering, let's do a couple like darker colors on this paper, or different colors. Let's see what, like this beautiful, they don't have color names or anything, but this beigey type color. Oh my gosh, I should have broke it, like I said. right from the get. I didn't break. I only broke like 2, well, maybe 3 when I swatched them. I think I broke every single one I touched so far. Let's do a blue. See all that dust? But if you have a palette next to you, you could take that, which oh, will that bug you guys? Well, you can't answer me, but I'm going to show you something really quick. Just because I'm going to bust it out and then you're going to be like, what is that? This is a hack. So if you love hacks, here's one. Okay, this right here is awesome. This is a Caran d'Ache. If you don't know what Caran d'Ache is, well, you do if you're here. You know what Caran d'Ache is. It's a brand, a wonderful, wonderful Swiss brand that makes great products. And this is a palette from Caran d'Ache. It's sold on Amazon. I purchased it on Amazon for around $10, maybe even $12. It's a 2-sided palette for watercolor pencils or pastels. And what makes this so special is, mine's dirty, one side has texture on it, that would be the side, and you can use this with your pastels, right? So you can take your pastels, you can take them, or your neocolors, which I have neocolors, and you can rub your neocolors or your chalk pastels that are watercolor pastels, or also your watercolor pencils. Hello, this is actually a Derwent Graphitint, so it's colored graphite, and but just, or just pretend this is a regular watercolored pencil, whatever, and you can color on this palette. Now, if you try to do that on a flat palette, which is on the other side, this is a dual palette. This side is a nice flat watercolor side that you use your watercolors with. You obviously, it's not going to do anything if you use your pencil on here. But this side, you can also use your watercolor markers on, right? So you can use your watercolor markers on here, your Tombows, and you can use your watercolors and dip into that. Okay, so it's a dual-sided palette. It's pricey though, but this texture side to me is what makes it unique. That side, I do like, I use it because I have it, but when I use watercolors, I like to use my ceramic plate. That's just what I use. And I actually got a ceramic palette coming, yay, mixing palette, because I wanted different sections to mix colors or whatever. I'm having a hard time talking, sorry, because of my tooth. So if I slur, that's why. But anyways, what makes this so special is the texture side, in my opinion. And, using your pencil, your watercolor pencils, your pastels, your neocolors, all of those things, gelatos, whatever you want, to be able to wet it, and get that beautiful color that way. Look at that. And then you can, obviously, take the water and mix it up and watercolor with it, right? That's what makes it so special. Well, the hack is, I said to myself, there's got to be a substrate like this somewhere that we could, or a surface like this somewhere, rather, sorry, that is not $10, $12 for those of us who cannot afford something like this. I've had this for a while, and I actually stopped using it, like I said, because I like the ceramic. I haven't used my pencils in a while, but when I do use them, I would go to this. So anyways, long story short, Meg, I, of course, hit up that dollar store, honey. The first time I went, I didn't find anything, and that was a couple months ago. Well, I just went again a few weeks ago, and I thought to myself, let me look and see if I could find a cutting mat, and if it's textured or not. Sure enough, sure as poop, there it is, textured perfectly, exactly like this. They have identical, I'm hitting everything. They have identical textures, you guys. In fact, I like this one better. And it works just as good, $1, and look how big it is. It's so much bigger, you have so much more real estate. Of course, it doesn't have the dual side, but if you, don't care so much about the other side, you can use a dollar store ceramic plate. And now you have both sides. Yeah, it takes up more room, but come on, not that much. You could stack it like that. And now you have your watercolor and your watercolor palette to mix, and your mixing palette for your, you know, your textured palette for $2. Okay, that is amazing. I was so excited. I know it took a minute to talk about, but I mean, so just watch. It does the same thing. It's the perfect texture. I think I pulled more color off of this one than I did the other. And you can use your pencil on it just as well. I mean, it's perfect. Okay. And let's get a brown or something that we didn't use yet. Let's see how black that black is on here. Oh, forgot to break it. Black. Let's get this beautiful baby blue. Or not baby blue. It's like a stormy blue. Blue-gray is what it is. Blue-gray. That's a gray, not blue. All right, and then let's get like a navy. Ooh, there's another turquoise. Yeah. Okay, or what color is that? Like a green blue? Blue-green? I don't know. I'm going blank right now. I don't know why. I'm like an expert on colors usually. All right, look at that. It melted. Seriously, I just feel like this one is so much better than that one. This palette is so much better than the, than the other one. And I do, of course, Caran d'Ache is amazing. I'm not hating on that palette, but it's definitely overpriced. Definitely overpriced, in my opinion. But then again, I really loved it. I mean, I was stoked when I found out about that. I used it like so much before I found this palette. When I was using my pencils a lot, my watercolor pencils last year, or my markers, like I was just using that palette all the time. Until I realized that I much rather use ceramic. And then I wasn't really reaching for it as much because I wasn't really using my pencils and my watercolor pencils. But now that I am getting back into all these supplies, I'm like, yeah, this is a must. Look at that black. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. I love these. I haven't been this excited in a while about supplies. Like, this is exciting to me. And it's like marketed kind of towards kids, if you ask me. It looked like it was on Amazon. But it's definitely not. The price is what makes you like scratch your head like, is it going to be really crappy? Because that's student grade, that's student prices. But I mean, just look at all that pigment on that palette. And they dry so uniquely. Oh, I'm breaking my rules. I just dumped that on the ground. I have wood floor that is like perfect for this room. But anyways, look at this. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope I'm not missing anything. Was I going to do something else? Oh yeah, I can use a couple on the white paper just to show you guys. Oh, my thing was dirty. But yeah, that's what they look like on this. And then I'll show you again. On this white paper, go ahead and use up this color. So that's, really watered down. But they mix. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Let's mix these colors. I'm going to show you. So that is that blue-gray. And then we have that green, turquoisey green color. And let's just mix those together because you can definitely mix these. I did it earlier and it was a blast. It's like mixing watercolors for half the price, for $48. You can definitely use these just like watercolors, you guys. Oh my goodness. You get so many different colors. So if you have been interested in watercolors and mixing, of course these are not watercolors, but if you want to do the mixing and just the playing with wet medium, and you want, 48 colors is a lot of colors to play with, and you get more than one way to play with it, You can come in and do wet, medium, and then when it dries, I think it's permanent when it dries. I don't think you can reactivate. Let's see. Are these dry? These are probably still wet. Oh no, they dry pretty quick. Wow. Let's see if we can reactivate this. Yeah, no, they look like they're pretty permanent once they dry. Look at that. Once they are dry. Yep, not really going anywhere. not really go anywhere. So it's not like a watercolor where you can reactivate it and reactivate it. It's gonna dry permanent from from my test. You know, you could look more into it if you want to know, you know, the ins and outs. I didn't research it all that much. I saw 1 or 2 videos like for a minute, and that's all. I thought I'll do my own testing. So yeah, that's awesome. Let's see if we can mix some black in here. Darken up these greens and blues. It might stain this, I don't know, but I don't care about stuff like that. I mean, as long as it doesn't stain it too bad. But there's both sides of this palette are of this cutting mat are the same, so you could switch it over, turn it over, and use the other side. But so there's that grayish, blackish, mixed with some blue. Let's see. Let's try the red. I should break it. Let's go ahead and break it. Before it breaks on me, let's break it. This is like a beautiful red orange. A little bit scratchy. I feel like this one's pretty scratchy going down. Honestly. See how scratchy this one is? Okay. And then let's try the red right next to it and see how different they are. This is like a corally kind of red. So they do feel a little bit scratchy. But nothing that I still absolutely love them. Let's try the pink. Oh, let's do this one. And then let's see if we can mix. Let's do this green too. I want to see how light this green is real quick. We'll see if we can layer them. And let's see if we can mix another color. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I keep breaking them. I'm like, smash. I'm rough with this kind of stuff. I'm really heavy-handed. I think I said that a couple times, but I am. What do I have down there? Yellow. Why did I put yellow down? I don't know. Let's see if we can lighten up this green. We'll see if we can make a yellow green out of this. Mixing. Alright, let's see. Where's my brush here? Now, I'm not going to even tap all that powder off. I'm going to leave it on there. And see, you don't need that much. Unless you want really strong texture when it dries. You could use far less of that stick to get really nice pigment. But I'm a more is more kind of girl most of the time. I'm just being really messy, obviously. Look at that pigment. Oh my goodness. Can you mix them on the paper? Sure can. Yeah, I would say so. Looks like it before it dries, yeah. And then oops, got a big chunk in there when it broke. Oops. It's like messy mayhem over here. See, we made that beautiful green. I made mud right there pretty much, but it's a pretty green. So yeah, I guess there's really no need to drag this on too much. I just wanted to show you guys these. I hope you like them. And, ooh, did you see how that dust went on there? Ooh, oop, I dripped on there too. Let's try something. It just gave me an idea. What if, I'm going to peel this back, we wet our paper. I don't know, this might be a stupid idea, I don't know. And sometimes people like to do different things, right? Let's see, do I have a razor, a cutter of some kind? What if we just shaved some on top? Ooh, fun. That's kind of cool, actually. So I sprayed it with water, and then I shaved a little bit on there, and it left like speckles. That's pretty cool. Or if you just like squirt it and left it like that without like rubbing it all in, you'll get those dried textures. Oh, that's so fun. It's going to be so fun to use this in an art journal. So, all right, guys, let me know. Have you ever heard of these Charvin pastel sticks? They're awesome. And I definitely am going to do a pastel video where we look at other pastels, oil pastels from high-end to student grade. I have all kinds, and we can really dive into them, and I can show you pan pastels. Oops, I'm knocking into everything. So if you're interested in that, let me know below if you would like to see that, and if you have these or if you would like to own these, if you enjoyed that. Yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a great, great day or night wherever you are. Remember to stay creative, you guys. Stay kind to one another, and most of all, stay yourselves. I will see you in the next video. Bye.